you could see that I took all of the items that I had in my little container. I had made 2 trips actually, and I didn't have a large piece of white poster board or any bulletin board paper or anything like what we might use at school, so I just found an old towel and I laid it out on my table because it's going to get dirty. But I took all of my items that I found outside and I separated them. I classified them. Here I have my flowers, I have my leaves and some grass, and then I have sticks and wood chips and some moss. Now, if I were, as you see, I'll go back here. I took all my flowers that I had and I separated them into flowers that matched one another. So here you see the violets and the pink dogwoods and the white dogwoods, some daffodils, some dandelions, and I actually just found some weeds, but actually they're kind of pretty. I took my different leaves. These came from the stems of the dandelions. Here's some rhododendrons. I don't know what some of these are, but here are dogwood leaves. These came from the violets that I had picked. Let me see, I have moss here. So I'm going to take it and add it to my moss pile. Okay, oops. I have, some hemlock right here. That's a new one, so I'll put it down in its own pile. But you would do this, sticks. I had to go answer my door and my dog was going crazy. So I'm back. Here we have a few more pieces of grass that I pulled that you saw me pull yesterday. But now that I have classified everything, put them into groups, sorted everything to things that matched one another, now we are going to use our items from nature and we are going to put everything together, or a lot of what's here together, and make a hopefully very pretty little art project. I have attached on my, on my newsletter file that you can pull up and hopefully print a tree that Mrs. Everhart found for us. Isn't it awesome? But if for some reason you don't have access to a computer and are not able to pull up this picture of a bare tree, you can always just draw one. And as you can see, it does not have to be really artistic. I have a trunk with some branches coming out. You can either use a pencil or a brown crayon. But what we're going to do is we are going to take some of our items. Now, remembering that it is messy because things have dirt on them, especially my moss. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to pick, let me bring this here, bring some of my moss, and we're going to put it on the bottom. And you can do this across the bottom. Okay, now it might be, as I'm realizing, you might want to pick off some of the moss instead of putting it down there as a big glop, because when I put my glue down, the dirt's not going to stick very well. But you can add some grasses into your picture, and you can, you know what, I said earlier, these are from a dandelion, and I re-looked at my video and I was like, oh my gosh, but I don't want to redo the video, but these are from a daffodil. There are some of the leaves from the little daffodil. So I am going to go through, I might even have some mulch that I'm going to glue down on my paper. Now, you can make it look as much like a springtime tree as you want to, or you can be really abstract and just like maybe put some of the mulch up top and maybe grasses hanging down, however you want to do it. But I am going to finish mine, And then I will show you what mine looks like. I took everything off of my tree so that you can see how I am going to do this. I just took it helps if you have a full glue, but I have to go find more. But there I have put down some of the glue, and here I'm going to get some of the moss. Now, everything will not stick beautifully, so you have to work at it. You might have to add more glue if necessary. But here we have, let me add here, and then I'm going to add this moss over here. Okay, and let's see what else maybe I could put. Oh, I have an idea. I'm going to put a little bit of glue coming up here. And I'm going to get one of my beautiful violets. I love violets. Now I'm trying to do this with one hand holding the video and the other hand gluing. So I'll have to go back and rework on that. But you kind of get an idea. Let me continue working and I will show you what I get. Here my almost finished product is, but I wanted to show you. Now, I'll show you a trick in a second, but I took all of my things that I wanted to put on, and as you can see, I cannot fit everything. Coda wants to join us here, but I cannot fit everything on my tree. So I pick and chose some of the things I wanted to do, but I took my items, my objects, my flowers and my leaves, and I broke them off so that you can see that it makes it a little bit easier to go ahead and glue down. Now I will show you a trick for some of the things that just don't want to cooperate with you. But here I've given some dabs of glue. I'm going to I have a little violet I'm going to put, trying to do this and look at what I'm doing, and it's hard to keep the camera on it. Now, I'm going to take a leaf, whoops, I've got two, and I'm just going to glue them down. Here's another little leaf I will put up. And so just to kind of scatter around. Now, I don't know what in the world this little weed is. It's probably something that's going to make me sneeze later on. But they make the most beautiful little flowers up in the tree right there. Now you can add as much or as little as you want, but I want to show you a trick. Some of our items, well, you can see, like with my stick, I had to add kind of a lot of glue there. But some of my things, like my dogwoods, really poke up a lot. And this little piece right here pokes up, and I've got glue down, but it's not really sticking very well. So I'm going to let's see if I can do this while I'm filming. I'm going to take just something to put on top of it to add some weight. The only thing you have to be careful with is that your box or your spoon or your rock or whatever you're going to put down there to hold it in place for a while until it dries some, that it doesn't get stuck on the glue also. So here we are. And so after it dries, we will be able to have a beautiful Earth Day tree. Wouldn't it be nice if all trees had so many beautiful different types of flowers? But I think that turned out very nice. So have fun. See what you can collect. And you know what? I would absolutely love to see any type of a tree that you can make me. And you know what, guys? If it's raining outside or you just can't find the glue, like I was almost out, you can always just draw me some flowers and decorate a tree. But I do think that you will be able to really show your creativity and make something that you can remember this Earth Day that you were at home with your parents but actually had a lot of fun. So have fun, and we will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.